Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at getting ultra-wide resolution to work on Fallout 4. So if you're like me and you've got a big 35-inch monitor that's running at 3440 by 1440, then you've probably struggled with getting this game to run correctly at that native resolution. Today we're going to start a new series with the first part being this part. So if you don't have an ultra-wide monitor, then you can just skip this video. So we're going to start out with a brand new instance of the Fallout 4 game that has no mods and no changes to it. And we're going to manually configure ultra-wide resolution to get the game working properly. So by the time we're all done, your game should look like my game. The footage that you're seeing here I just recorded a short while ago. So I hope you guys will join me for the rest of the series, and we'll get started here with part 1. So we've gone to Steam and we've downloaded a clean, fresh copy of Fallout 4, and we've deleted all the configuration files. So we're back to stock vanilla. So here we're just going to try to launch the game after we've downloaded. And we're going to go into the options here, and we see, of course, that our resolution is not in the list. We're going to set bordered mode and borderless window. And then we're just going to trigger the game here to make sure that the game actually works before we make any changes to it. Okay, the game seems to be running. We're looking at 2,000 frames a second, so I'd say it's working. So the game seems to be working fine on its own, so we're just going to go quit out of here. So we have a fresh, cleanly installed version of Fallout 4, so we need to go into the Fallout 4 configuration directory, which is in My Documents, My Games, Fallout 4. And then here we're going to open up the Fallout prefs.ini. And we're going to scroll down in this configuration file until we find the resolution settings, which is I, size, H, and W. By default, it's set to 1920 by 1200. So we're going to set it to a width of 3440 and a height of 1440. And then we're going to set the B topmost window to 1 and make sure borderless is 1. So we're running a bordered window. That's going to really help with performance. Then we're going to go ahead and save this file. Okay, then we're just going to kick the game off again to make sure that our resolution is working correctly. We can see we've got black bars there on the left and right. That's just during the loading screen. So we did load up. The game is working, but we can see that the UI elements look really bad. We can also see, of course, character doesn't have any clothes or hair, and that's because this game is heavily modded, but I don't have any mods installed since it's a fresh, clean instance. So we're just going to quit out of here. Next, we're going to open up Fallout4.ini, and we're going to go find the FOV settings in the interface area. We're going to change those FOV settings from 70 to 90. And then we're going to save and close this file. Okay, then we're going to open up a web browser, and we're going to head to the Nexus, and we're looking for 2 specific mods. We want to get alternate UI fonts first. So just go to the Files tab, and this time do a manual download. So don't download with Nexus Mod Manager, just do a manual download. Once the download's complete, copy the download to your desktop. And then we want the next mod, which is called Pleasant UI. Go to the Files tab, go to the manual option, and download the manual mod. Then once it's downloaded, copy that file to your desktop. And then next thing we want to go ahead and do is open up the Fallout prefs.ini. And we need to add a couple of lines into this file to support mods. So we're going to go to the launcher section near the bottom there, and we need to add a key B enable file selection equals 1, and then save that file. And then we're going to open up fallout.ini, and we need to go to the archive section and add a bunch of archive files into this particular setting here, this sResourceDataDirsFinal. Okay, we're going to save and close that file. And we're going to navigate into the game directory on Steam, and we're going to go into the data directory. And then for the mod files we downloaded, we want to extract both of those files. And then for each of those mods, we want to go into the folder, and we want to copy the interface folder from the mod location into the Steam game location. And we're going to do this for both mods. Okay, we've got both mods installed now. And now we're going to go ahead and kick the game off and make sure our mods are working. And it does not quite look like the mod is working. Those fonts are still the old wrong fonts and not the new ones that we added. So we must have made a mistake here. So we're going to exit out of the game and go take a look at the Nexus page for alternate UI fonts. Then we can see in the alternate UI fonts that we were supposed to add this particular key into the Fallout 4 custom INI. So we're just going to copy this archive flag and then go into the Fallout 4 custom and add the flag that's required. And then we're going to go ahead and save this file, and then we're going to run the game again, and hopefully we've got the correct fonts. And we do. Yes, looks great. We got the new fonts there. They're not stretched and strange looking anymore. So we can see here, looking good. So we're just going to toggle through a couple of the menus here and just make sure that everything is looking proportional, and it is. Okay, so then we're just going to go into the settings menu here. We're going to change the color from this green color into pink, or whatever color that you want. But here we're just going to switch both the HUD and the Pip-Boy to pink. Okay, and then just exit out of here, and we should go ahead and exit the game. And we should now be in a position where we can play the game with Ultrawide. So that's really all you have to do to get Ultrawide working correctly. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope you'll stick around for the rest of the series. We'll talk to you guys later.